What's going on? Welcome to Training Brain Fit Club, TTBFC. I'm the owner, founder, Parrish. We are here for another session. Another session between you and I, those that are watching, the viewers, the subscribers, and make sure if you are not yet a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you start your own program under this Training Brain Fit Club brand. And what I mean is go over to our website, trainingbrainfitclub.com, hit us up at info@trainingbrainfitclub.com. And if you go to the website, you can also download our app to start your custom training program yourself. So in the gym, I'm always working with different people for corrective exercise or speed and strength for my athletes or weight loss or muscle gain. Today, we're talking specifically to the athletes or those who want to train and look like athletes, but again, specifically to those athletes who are really training and working on their mind and body to become dominant in whatever sport they play. I train athletes in every single sport you can name, and my number one goal is to make them the best version of themselves mentally and physically as an athlete, and then they can go to whatever sport they want to play and dominate. Now, there's a lot that goes into that. We have a lot of coaching aspects that we put into the training program for both mental and physical aspect, but today we're talking about the physical. And more importantly, or in particular, we're talking about explosiveness through the hamstrings, quads, glutes, hips, the lower extremities, calves, triple extension. We have an exercise that we do. We do this exercise in our 8-week training program. We also perform this exercise in our year-round elite athletic training program, which is for elite athletes or those who want to become elite athletes. And we make that very, very clear to anyone who wants to sign up for our elite athletic training program. We are not shy about it. We do not shy away from it. This program is for elite athletes or those who want to become elite athletes. So the exercise that we're talking about today, barbell deadlift jump squats. So jump squats using the barbell. Now, the reason I emphasize the barbell is because the deadlift jump squat can be done with kettlebells, it can be done with dumbbells, it can also be completed with the hex bar, trap bar, it could be done with a med ball. But the reason I like to start and also do this, not necessarily start, but in our program we use the barbell for one main reason. I started using this method because of high school athletes who are in lifting programs with their high school, and one of the staple exercises that they do in the high school level is a clean. Well, the clean itself is basically 5 different exercises that come together in an explosive manner to make the one exercise that we call a clean. And if you don't do it cleanly, you're not really clean. A lot of high school athletes go to these programs that don't have great coaching, and then what happens is they start to really focus on using their upper body. And you'll see a lot of the athletes who can clean and who can clean a lot of weight, they use mostly upper body. So like their upper back, their upper shoulders are very built up, but only because they're doing the upright row, right? But the basis of being able to do a great clean, and that's going to tie into the exercise that we're doing today and what led me to it, is being able to first and foremost be able to do a deadlift, but also knowing what triple extension is and being able to add those components from being able to do a deadlift properly to going into triple extension with a triple extension hop, the jump phase, and really producing power in an explosive manner from the floor all the way up through the core before you even get to the clean, the flip, the punch of the deadlift, no matter what you're using. So because, and again, high school athletes, I work with a lot of high school athletes that are preparing for college, and a lot of college athletes that are preparing for pros, I see that the mechanics are kind of off. We like to do the deadlift jump squat, not just for itself, how it works as far as building up size in the legs, explosiveness, vertical jumps, more power, more speed, all that good stuff, but also more force production, but also because it can help you with a better clean, because you'll have a solid foundation, and anything worth building must be built on a solid foundation. And a lot of people skip the techniques. that are necessary to be solid. A lot of people skip building the foundation, but no one would ever build a home, I hope not, will build a home on a messed up foundation, because the home is sure to crumble. It's not going to be built on a solid foundation. Well, your fitness and your future must be built, and your future as an athlete should be built on a solid foundation. And that foundation, a big part of it is in the weight room and how you lift. Another part is the kitchen and how you, fuel yourself for your games and your training. So the squat deadlift with the barbell. Okay, so here I'm demonstrating how to get set up properly to begin the exercise. Again, it's all about having a solid foundation. You want to build that strength. In order to build that power, that explosiveness, you must first begin with a solid foundation so that your technique can flow from there. A lot of people have issues, athletes and everyone else, they tend to have an issue with getting set up in the squat deadlift the way that we perform it. Again, we want to make sure that you have a solid foundation. So with our squat deadlift, we want the chest up, we want the abs engaged, we want the upper back engaged with thoracic extension. We want the hands placed on the bar at the same spots on each side of the bar so that the weight is evenly distributed. We want the hips loaded up. We want the feet firm into the floor. We don't want like arches collapsing or any of those things. We definitely do not want a rounded back. So here he is performing the deadlift squat jump. And after we were able to get him in a pretty decent position, there's still some things here looking at the video that we can clean up, but this is definitely a good setup. We can start working on some explosive movements. And as we continue to progress through technique and getting that foundation perfect, we look to be perfect. Everyone says no one is perfect or you can't be perfect. Well, that is not true. You can be perfect in your fundamentals, and that's why they're called fundamentals. In fact, I expect, and you should expect yourself to be perfect in your fundamentals. So we want to be fundamentally sound and perfect in our fundamentals, and that begins with a solid foundation, learning, listening, and applying the proper technique that just works best for your body to set up for the best performance. So this looks pretty good. The setup is pretty good. And now as we're moving that weight, you can see we're getting that triple extension. We're working on being as explosive as possible. But the other side of that, because there is two ranges of motion, as we say, but more importantly, two muscle contractions that happen, the eccentric and the concentric. And there's also one very important one that doesn't really take place here so much in the plyometrics, but the isotonic phase of a lift that we really focus on. And we sum that all up as mind and muscle connection, knowing the primary muscle groups that we're targeting, knowing what the targeted goal is for the lift that we're doing, and how to best make that happen, how to make a connection with the lift to get the most out of it, to get the best results. So, but another part of that is making sure that after we explode up, basically through the concentric phase of the lift, going into triple extension and into the plyometrics of the lift, then the next thing is a proper deceleration of the weight when we come back through the eccentric load of that squat to reset. Now, this is a part here where a lot of people lose it. For one, they don't focus on both ranges of motion. They don't focus on both contractions of a lift. And when we go into explosive movements like this, they don't focus on the deceleration. What we don't want to do is stop with our legs straight and locked out. So we don't want to explode up and land with our legs just straight, standing straight up. We want to actually take the impact of that velocity of the weight and gravity coming back down into the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, the muscles that we're looking to work, right? So we explode all the way through using the hips, quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, triple extension, and then we do the same exact thing, engaging even more on the way back down to decelerate it. That gives us both ranges of motion. We're maximizing the exercise. That's what we call it, maximizing exercise. We explode up and then we load. We take that load and we actually absorb it into the correct muscles, protecting the joints. Okay, so we kept it real simple today. We didn't give you a whole bunch of different exercises to do. You can get a complete program, as I stated, with all of the exercises that we recommend, top 10 exercises that we recommend everyone should do, but also for your specified goals, everything that you need to do from recovery to game day preparation, band work, foam rolling, and also the style of training that you should be doing for your goals, your body type, where you currently are. Now, where we differ from a lot of programs that you may see on YouTube or even that you go to in person, they direct you to a website eventually and tell you, hey, go to this website and download this program, click the link here. Where we differ is while we have programs, our programs are truly, every single program that we do is actually customized to the individual. So we don't have a quick download link just for everyone to go download a video. We actually want to hear from you. So we want you to contact us, fill out a health questionnaire, tell us about you and what you would like to accomplish, your goals. And while we have, basic outlines that we can kind of start to plug you into, more importantly, we want to tailor it to you. We want to know if you have some small injury that you need to get over, or lack of range of motion, or there's something that you may want to accomplish that a basic program just might not work for you. You may not be at the level of that program, or you may need some different, you may be above the level of that program and need to go beyond. Whatever it is, we want to hear from you. We want to know your health history. We want to make sure that we give you a custom program based on your goals as you as an individual, not a one size fits all. So instead of inviting you to download a link and just purchase something without ever hearing from you, I would rather hear from you first. I would rather you go to our website and absolutely look and see what programs interest you. But more importantly, I would like you to email us. I would like you to download, if anything, our health questionnaire, fill it out, send it back to us. There you'll be able to tell us what your exact goals are and what you need to accomplish your goals. We can start to dissect that and get more information, just like we would do if you walked into our facility, just like we would do if we had a virtual fitness assessment with you, like we do with some of our people who are all around the world. So we want to do that with you as well. So make sure you subscribe. You can do that for us. Just subscribe here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. You can do that for us as well. But in addition, what you can do for yourself is just, again, send in that health questionnaire. You can download it from our website, or you can just email us at info@trainingbrainfitclub.com, and we will send it directly to you, directly to your email. You can even leave a comment here with your email, and we'll send it to you that way. So, as always, mindset is the most important set. Train the brain, and the body will follow. Let's get it.